Hey everyone, Battlefield Central here. Hope you're all doing fantastic today because we have some important things to talk about. The first thing being Battlefield Alpha and when we might actually be seeing the first gameplay or the first gameplay look. And the Battlefield Alpha should be July with the announcement being made at EA Play. Could be and the Battlefield Alpha is available to play right now, which would make fans go crazy. Type of a deal at the end of event. And of course on the July of 22nd, we should be seeing Battlefield Alpha is what Tom Henderson is implying. That is definitely a possibility. Tom Henderson is sure of it. Now, how big this is, I think that's pretty big. Seeing the first footage, or actually playing the first footage in July and not October or anything like that, where we have to wait like 5 more months for Battlefield 6, is super exciting to me, as you can hear in my voice. Honestly, this is the first time we will most likely see actual gameplay, if not from a few teasers. Now, with June coming up, there's a lot of more important updates that we have to go on. So another thing they talked about in March is the earliest alpha ever, aka end of July, and it's all lies. And Tom Henderson does not believe that the earliest alpha ever is going to be happening the end of July. I don't think it's correlated. Maybe they're talking about the alpha in the internal testing by itself, but seeing that alpha should be arriving somewhere around summer and that we could potentially play it. Now, take with this with a grain of salt, because this could be, of course, not true. We saw, Battlefield 5 being in the alpha as well, so that is definitely some new news, and I'm just super excited for what the next trailer is as well, because it seems like that trailer that leaked is not connected with the new trailer. This is what the sources say. Obviously, going to more news here, near future settings. So Tom Henderson has said what is previously connected takes place after Battlefield 4, the next World War. Now, the next World War is something we haven't been hearing before. We had very early leaks that the next Battlefield game is the next World War, kind of hinted at. So it's not really the next World War. It's just kind of in a setting of USA versus Russia. 128 players. You're an elite unit hired by these superpowers, and players get unique perks, which he has been saying before. Not that everyone knows the Battlefield trailer is legit. It's worth noting you should probably look back at my previous comment about Battlefield, because the info alongside the trailer. So obviously Tom Henderson is dropping a lot of these leaks at the trailer and overall what's going to be happening, but the truth is we have no information on what the trailer in June is going to be. And considering we're only 2 days away from June, like I've been making videos for 6 months now, which is actually insane. And yes, I am quite normal at that, but we should be seeing so much info in June, and I'll keep you definitely updated. But Tom Henderson has also been saying Battlefield 1 World War 1, Battlefield 5 World War 2, and Battlefield kind of being like World War 3, which didn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm guessing like Asian coalition war. I'm saying, someone is suspecting PAC wins, and Battlefield 2042, the collapse of PAC on the 100-year war. So that is definitely a good theory. So Battlefield 1 being World War 1, Battlefield 2 being Iraq War, Battlefield 3 being modern day Cold War, Battlefield 4 being prequel to World War 3 and creation of PAC, Battlefield 5 is World War 2, and Battlefield 6 is Asian coalition war. So this could correlate with the theory, definitely. So that is something I'm pretty excited about, especially if it would be alternate World War 3 history. Futuristic weapons is something I've been seriously looking forward in the next Battlefield game. Now, the biggest and most important question regarding Battlefield now is, can we pet the robot doggo? And if you didn't know, there's going to be robot dogs according to a leaker, Tom Henderson. He has been saying that we're going to get a lot of robot dogs in the game, which will basically assist you, maybe even breach doors, assist you with supplies, so you don't have to keep asking the enemy team or switching loadouts, or just when you want some ammo. And I find that really exciting, because that would be the first time we're actually seeing AI robot dogs. I don't know if they're controlled or not, but we should be hearing more about that pretty much soon. So also there's a very interesting rumor that I wanted to talk about. Producer Dice reacts to Xbox E3 tweet with shifty eyes emojis. I wouldn't look too much into this because it appears Dice is teasing Battlefield 6 being showcased in Xbox E3's conference. All these games featured in last year's July showcase were coming to Game Pass day one or free to play. If this year is the same, the Battlefield could be indeed coming to Game Pass day one. Now, of course, this could be possible. June 13th, we're actually getting Xbox and Bethesda game showcase. Now, the important thing to note here, take this with a massive grain grain of salt. This could not be connected to Battlefield, but this is one of, you know, producers at DICE. Now, DICE is not gonna be there. Maybe we're gonna be seeing a short announcement, maybe, you know, that it would actually really be day 1 or day 0 from what we see, and free to play. That would be really exciting to me, but again, we shall see what happens so far. Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase is only 2 weeks away, so should provide some big news so far. And something I wanted to talk about is the campaign, and Battlefield 6 may not have a story campaign mode. Ahead of the Battlefield 6 reveal, rumors are beginning to spark with some suggestion that a campaign mode might be missing from the game. There's a lot of excitement and anticipation around the latest Battlefield game, which is set to be revealed in June. Battlefield games have been a staple in the first-person shooter genre, and offering players solid stories and immersive gameplay. Of course, you know, Battlefield is really much known for its campaign. Despite Battlefield 5 experiencing some negativity due to poor multiplayer experience, players were still able to enjoy the campaign, which the campaign was simply awesome. I even like the multiplayer, but that's just me. However, fans of the series who prioritize and enjoy the campaign may find themselves a bit disappointed after a new report from a dedicated Battlefield leaker. Tom Henderson reported that the Battlefield campaign might be excluded. It's critical to remember that the global pandemic could result in a hurried development for Battlefield 6. Again, we have no information of that. Other sources actually said, you know, that Battlefield 6 was being worked on for 5 years, which could very well explain the alleged absence of a campaign mode. So this wouldn't correlate actually, because then they would, you know, not work at the campaign mode since, you know, 5 years ago. Henderson pointed it's odd for EA to not have mentioned a campaign in the latest earnings call. Now that is definitely odd, but it spoke about multiple aspects for the upcoming game. I had to look back to EA earnings call, but this is the first earnings call where EA has not mentioned a campaign coming to this year, Tom Henderson has stated, which is definitely kind of sus. Despite the lack of news, Henderson also stated, as I've mentioned for the past couple of months, I'm yet to hear of a campaign. So if Tom Henderson heard nothing, and if his sources are correct, seems like there's not gonna be any campaign at all. It doesn't mean there isn't one, but it's very unusual to not hear on info dump. It's important to remember that this doesn't come as a confirmation, it's only speculation for now. So no info about the campaign. I possibly have 2 theories here. One is that the campaign is a big secret. The other one that it's actually scrapped and it's following Warzone's footsteps, where it's gonna be mostly free to play and online. Of course, you will have like the base game and then you have the free to play version. It showcase its story trailer and generate as much hype as it can from advertising for Battlefield 6. Worth mentioning is that EA hasn't said anything about a Battle Royale mode either, but there have been some questions that have neither been confirmed, neither have been denied, but many rumors indicate that one will make it the way it's Battlefield 6. On the other side of FPS genre, the upcoming Call of Duty is also surrounded by rumors, and we can see so much. Neither EA nor DICE have made an official statement, so we should all wait for that. Possibly we'll be hearing more about the campaign, I'm guessing somewhere in July, or it's more about the modes when we actually do get the gameplay reveal, which should be pretty exciting. I mean, I pretty much trust in what game modes there will be for Battlefield 6. There's a lot of hype out there, so I'm definitely looking positively at it. And seeing what's happening right now with Battlefield and all the leaks going on, we're really excited for the next game, right? At least I am. But what's really important here is the next Battlefield trailer will be probably completely different to the leaked one we saw. So the leaked one, if you didn't know, is for internal testing only, and obviously it got leaked by someone. Now, I definitely do think there will be a completely different trailer. Maybe it will have a few features removed or added, and if we would get a second trailer, that would be pretty exciting as well. Also, don't forget, in July we're getting a gameplay trailer where we should be seeing the first look of the UI, of everything like that, and with the teasers probably starting, and this is just my own speculation, next week we have a lot of hype, a lot of explosions, and a lot of boom in June. And I really want you to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'll keep you updated. Be sure to drop a like. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.